And welcome back. This is your man Warrior. This is another patron roster review, and this is Robb Ansen. He's from Less Than 12 Parsecs, and I had reviewed his entire roster and had gone over all the things he wanted to go over, which was basically he wanted a little touch on Arena and Ships Arena, and he also wanted to say what's up to all of the other patrons that are out there. Of course, he chats daily in our Discord, but he wanted to say hi, so what's happening? So I'm going to give you some tweaks on Arena, and I'm going to look at your Ships Arena. The funny thing is the last time I was in here taking all my notes, I noticed that you were actually running a Rex lead and R2-D2, Darth, Nihilus, General Kenobi, Thrawn, and that was a good team. That's not a bad team, so I don't want to discourage you from using it. But I wrote down the team I suggested that would be more durable would be CLS lead, R2-D2, Thrawn, and Shritin Bays, and lo and behold, while I come in here, you've changed your arena squad to that what I was thinking about. So great minds think alike. Obviously, you've done a really good job. As far as your previous team with Rex, R2, Darth Nihilus, and General Kenobi, I wanted to go over because you might bounce back to that team. So let's go to Rex. So as far as Rex goes, the only real thing that I noticed on your mods for him that could improve that particular team with a Rex lead would be the triangle. The rest of it you've modded really well. But on the triangle, I would definitely try to put offense on this triangle if you can instead of health. I know he's really short on health, and so you can shore up his health in lots of ways, but base offense is a really, really good thing to have on a triangle, especially for Rex. And then also right here on the circle, I know you've got 12 speed as a secondary. It's probably why you're using it. And again, you're trying to shore up his health. And I get why, because he's low on health, but you would probably get more bang for your buck if you were to put protection on your circle and your plus. And here you've got tenacity. It's pretty much wasted. Because he does tenacity up, I would put this as protection. So for the three, the triangle, I would put offense, and then for the circle and plus, I would put protection instead of health. Now R2-D2 looks phenomenal, and the only one that I saw that I thought, man, you should change it out was this health mod down here, and then I looked down and saw oh my goodness, 20 speed, and I know now exactly why you have this on your R2-D2, so I will say leave that alone. Again, for Darth Nihilus, on these bottom two, you have health on the circle and potency on the bottom right. Darth Nihilus does not need potency for his Drain Force or Annihilate or the Ceaseless Craving, so because of that, you don't need the potency. It's kind of a wasted slot, as well as you don't need the health there, and it only has 5 additional speed. So what my suggestion would be, just like Rex, you want to create as much durability for Arena as possible. Do a protection circle and a protection plus with some speed secondaries. And that's about it. Now let's move to General Kenobi. So as far as General Kenobi, there's 2 things I would change. 1, you want to have as much protection as possible on him. He is a tank. And 2, you want to have as much offense on him because you're going to want him to have a good base hit when he's retaliating. And so again, the triangle is health. Does not have that much secondary speed, so I would change this out from the primary stat of health to the primary stat of either crit chance or offense, but I'm leaning more towards offense because of your critical chance that you're currently at. I would just put offense. That's guaranteed to help. And then on the plus, you have health. It has 18 speed, so it's super fast. And so my guess is that's a really, really fast mod for you. It would be for me. So you could probably, just like R2-D2, leave this one, leave it well enough alone. However, if you had another 16 to 18 speed that had protection, it would benefit you greatly to throw that on this character. Now, again, when we go back to your arena squad, this was my suggestion that I was going to bring to the table, and of course, you beat me to the punch. Having CLS as your leader for Rebels is phenomenal. Having Shritin Bays and R2-D2 under him is just the way to go. It's really the meta, but there's a reason. It's durable, it's tanky, it's offensive, it's strong, and then Thrawn is just one of the best characters in the game, definitely on the top for the best dark side character in the game. So he retaliates already on his own. He's got that natural counter chance. The regeneration of protection is crazy, especially if you're targeting either CLS or Bays. And then of course the fracture is phenomenal, especially if you run into the Barasafi General Kenobi combination. You could just fracture General Kenobi and go ham on killing Barasafi. So he's a super amazing guy. This is definitely what I was going to suggest. So that's Arena. You did mention that you were farming Phoenix so you could get your Thrawn 2 7-stars, also just for territory battles. You wanted to have 7-star Thrawn. And so what I am going to say is a little counterintuitive to what I have said in the past, but I would pause everything you're doing on Sabine, but I would do the other 5. Get all of their unique abilities maxed out, the rest of their abilities to level 7 at a minimum, and then continue to gear them up to gear 8 or 9. The tanks probably to gear 8, and then the rest to gear 9 or 10 if you can. Hera's leadership, Omega that as well, so that way you have that Omega and then their uniques Omega. And as far as the 3 tanks, Chopper, Kanan, and Zeb, Zeb will need some potency. Other than that, they really just need a lot of protection because they're tanks. And then Ezra, critical chance and damage. And of course, Hera, she is going to end up being actually a damage dealer for you. So you could put critical chance or damage, but you could also put a speed set if you have access to a speed set. And only because this is being recorded after the announcement of BB-8, and we know First Order will be for BB-8, it looks like you are in really good shape for getting a 7-star BB-8. The only one that you need to get up is First Order Stormtrooper. It looks like you've got to get 2 stars. If you were to buy the pack that gave 80 shards, you could get them an instant 1-star greater almost instantly. I'm not sure it would be worth the $80 for that pack, but I'm sure you're questioning it and wondering. You are a Dolphin, so you spend a little bit of money in the game, and you've been playing since the beginning, which is why you probably had invested in First Order sometime in the past. But First Order, TIE Pilot, and the Kylo Ren were both great characters for a very long time anyway, so that's probably why those have been invested in. But keep going. I think you're going to do pretty good on BB-8, and let's take a look at your resistance. So BB-8's going to sit right at home with your resistance, and it looks like you're doing very well with your development of resistance, so exciting there. Let's take a look at your droids. And your droid development looks pretty darn good as well. So you are going to be pretty happy. You're going to get BB-8 unlocked at a minimum, and you'll be able to use them with droids or resistance. So that's pretty exciting there. Now, as far as your fleet arena goes, you're looking really good. You're using Grand Moff Tarkin, and I noticed that you're using a really great lineup, probably the lineup I would actually suggest. And I wanted to give you a tip on this because a lot of people don't realize what little bit of things they can do to improve. Now, you've maxed out all of the abilities of the ship. It's 7, it's 6 stars, which is the highest the ship can go, and maxed abilities. And so you've maxed your ship out. But Grand Moff Tarkin himself makes a significant impact on his ship, and you can definitely get yourself another +9 speed to the ship by doing a couple of things. One, his basic and 2 specials, if you Omega them. Now, I know that's 15 Omegas, and you may not use him in any other area of the game, but for ships, it's going to make your ship significantly faster by adding these. Also, he's gear 10. Put the rest of his gear 10 pieces in, and 2 pieces at gear 11. And with 2 pieces at gear 11 and 3 of his abilities Omega, you will get an additional 9 speed over what his current speed is now in for your ship. So if you want to make your ships faster, you'll be faster than the rest on your leaderboard shard for ships, and that is going to make you more competitive for sure, and you should easily be able to cut into that top 20. So Rob, that's about all I had. I wanted to give you that little tip on speed for your target lock team and your arena, and it looks like you, like I said, great minds think alike. You already have it tweaked in a way that's going to benefit you greatly. So shout out again to Less Than 12 Parsecs. As always, keep your gaming on. Warrior out.